Greetings, and welcome back to the MCOC Encyclopedia. So you just pulled Mr. Fantastic. Let's see what he can do. As we so often do, we'll be starting out in Realm of Legends before moving through a few special quests, and then finally into the Abyss. Mr. Fantastic has recently been made available as a 7-star by picking up all of the research grants, and after getting my hands on mine, I was quietly curious to see what he would be capable of doing. But before we get too far, I want to make one thing very, very clear. Mr. Fantastic is not going to be a Battlegrounds champion. He is not fast. You are not going to be corvusing your way through everything. He is not that sort of champion. Very much in keeping with the sort of Mr. Fantastic persona, he studies his opponent, he ramps up, but once he gets going, he is actually very respectable. We are currently running today with a 7-star rank 1 unawakened Mr. Fantastic. No synergies, no boosts, no support of any kind. So, how does Mr. Fantastic work? Well, Mr. Fantastic has 3 pre-fights. One of them reduces the potency of incoming damaging over time effects, that's the sort of blood shield, and also increases your own. The middle one, which is the sort of power down symbol, reduces how much power the opponent gets when you hit them. And actually, I've got all 3 stacked up now. Look how much power Captain Marvel gets when we eventually hit her. Yeah, we go for a full combo and she barely gains a third of a bar. And the right hand one is a Petrify. This reduces regeneration and power gain. And actually, against regeneration, which we'll be showing a few times, Mr. Fantastic is really, really solid. But we'll get there when we get there. You can apply up to, one of each of these, and then on your special 2, you will apply one of each more, up to 3. Your special 3 then gives you a massive Fury, which is increased for every single debuff on the opponent, and we had quite a few. Now, again, 1 minute 43 is fine. It's not the fastest, but it's okay for a 7-star rank 1, particularly in a non-ideal matchup. Let's have a look at a more ideal matchup. This is Realm of Legends Wolverine, who has some of the nastiest regeneration in the entire game. Knocking the opponent down does also refresh our pre-fight debuffs, and on a heavy, it not only refreshes them, but also pauses them for a while as well. So those are 40% petrifies, so that's 80%, plus I'm running Despair as well, so we're now pushing, I think it's minus 80% regeneration, and you can see as soon as Wolverine procs his regeneration, it all just goes through the floor. His health just drops, and unfortunately he didn't do a very good job of actually proccing much regeneration in this fight, but anything we did have was more than enough to get rid of him, and there we go, in just 49 seconds there. So against regeneration, he does very, very well. Now you may also have noticed the 1 and 2 debuffs that, well, I'm sure Gore will throw a special one on, we can see one come up. Come on, Gore, there we go. So right in the bottom right now, we've got that 1 debuff. Also, Mr. Fantastic, he's a stretchy guy, really needs to have longer heavy attacks. This is the Shooting Stars Gore, so if you've been struggling with this Gore, who I know a lot of people do, Mr. Fantastic's not actually a bad option for it. It's not perfect, but he's not bad. So, those 1 and 2 debuffs come when the opponent throws the corresponding special attack. You can also get a 3 if they throw a special 3A. Wouldn't recommend that. After you get 3 of each debuff, they turn to a passive, but still count as 3 debuffs for Mr. Fantastic's abilities. These do last between fights, so if you're really struggling on some fights because of a really nasty special 1 or something, you could go in with Mr. Fantastic, bait a bunch of special 1s to give that pre-fight, and then if you die, when you go in again, that special 1 won't be as nasty at all. However, if they then throw the other special, the other one's going to go away. So if there's special 1, and then special 2, then the special 1 will go away. This is 9.2.5 Gladiator Hulk, so this is 800,000 health, rank 1 Mr. Fantastic. Let's see what we can do here. So, we've covered his debuffs. The more you get, the better. They have a surprising amount of utility, and because they're pre-fights as well, we can actually use them on other champions. So, I know they're used a lot in High Tier Alliance War, particularly the Petrify. If you see a really nasty Serpent somewhere, stick a Petrify on him, instantly, the power gain comes down by 40%. I believe the 6-star Mr. Fantastic was just a 35% Petrify, so actually the 7-star is just that bit better. So we go for a second special 2 here, and you can see this Gulk is just absolutely melting away. The regeneration is being turned into, minus 1400 per tick. And the more we hit him, the more he's going to just basically degen to nothing. And there we go. 9.2, 800,000 health down, less than a minute. That's pretty impressive. I want to touch a little bit on the subtlety of playing Mr. Fantastic. He does also actually come with an evade and increased physical and energy resistance. This guy is actually really safe to play. Dying with Mr. Fantastic it's not easy, but he does not take as much damage as you might think. So this is Abyss Darkhawk, who also has some really nasty regeneration, as you'll probably see in a moment. This is double speed footage just because it's quite a long fight and I don't want to make you sit through it. So, every time we reverse his regeneration, we are getting... It's a lot of... I think it's about 250,000 health every time. He throws a special 2, then so he goes into his... He comes out of shield mode, goes into stealth mode. Yeah, and you can see the ticks are just sort of 8,000, and this guy's health is just sort of draining away. But you might have noticed that I've only gone for 2 of the pre-fights here. I haven't done the combat power rate down one. And this is something I do want to explore slightly, because in general with Mr. Fantastic, you just apply all of his pre-fights, which is really annoying if you forget to do that. Also, our evade is coming in really handy. But in this fight, in order to reverse the regeneration, which is what we're doing here, you need to push Darkhawk to special 2. And having a pre-fight on the opponent that once you've stacked up enough of them, they're gaining such little power, it actually becomes pushing Darkhawk to special 2 can be really difficult. And sometimes he's just going to, throw the special 1 out of nowhere, which is not overly helpful. Also in this fight, he keeps stealing my power, which is quite annoying. Every 10 hits, he's going to be stealing all of my power. So you've got to watch out for them for going to special 3. But again, our Petrifies help with this as well. There we go. We've got 3 out of 4 evades on that special, which is quite good. So actually, this Darkhawk doesn't become hugely difficult. Now, a question I know a lot of people are going to ask, and even more people are going to put in the comments because they haven't made it this far into the video, is does he need to be awakened? And I think the answer to that is yes. The awakened ability comes with 2 things. The first one is it increases evade chance against unblockable attacks, which is nice but not important. But the other one is for every careful study passive on the opponent, that's the 1 and the 2 passive on Darkhawk now, he gains up to 50% increased combat power rate at max sig, which means with both of those on, you gain twice as much power. Which means it's very, very easy to cycle special 3s, because by the time the Furies run out, you're just back at special 3. You gain so much power, and it just makes kind of playing Mr. Fantastic a lot more fun. If you bait 3 special 1s, that means you can now start throwing your special 2s faster, you ramp up faster. It just makes him much more enjoyable. So, there we have it. A quick look at Mr. Fantastic. Is he the fastest champion? No. Is he the flashiest champion? No. But what he does well, he does reliably, and is, it's quite a lot of fun in my opinion. He's one of the more fun slow champions for me personally. If you want to see the 7-star rank 3, 7-star rank 4 maxed out, whatever gameplay, do let me know down in the comments and I will do my best to accommodate. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those down there as well, and consider joining the Discord server linked in the description. A great place to get specific advice, make suggestions for future video topics, and while I'm awake, I do my best to be there as much as possible. Thank you, and I will see you next time.